What's going on, guys? Mr. Kyacha here with a LP review, actually. This is by a band called Verma. It's their first full-length, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. They've had a couple releases before this, but they were kind of just like jam sessions and digital downloads. And so, in my opinion, this is their first proper release. EXU. I bought this a couple months ago on vinyl because I think I heard maybe a song or two that was supposed to come off this, and I was just like, well, I need to get this. I don't even have a vinyl player yet, but this is just one of those releases that I was just so fucking pleased with in every way possible. I just said to myself, I need to get this on physical format, whether I can play it or not. I mean, obviously I'm going to get a vinyl player soon, but, you know, this is just something that you just need to have. Every fucking song on here is just, I mean, leaves me speechless. I mean, we got the first song, Ragnarok, which opens with this just great fucking groove of a riff, belts in with these like pounding drums and the guitars pummeling, and that's what they're kind of famous for. Like in Salted Earth, they have like a good, their riffs are, they go with the more like pummeling kind of like good driving music, good groove kind of sound to it, but it's really unique, at least in my opinion, because I'm not that familiar with krautrock and all that kind of stuff that they say they draw their influences from. But anyway, yeah, it opens with that, and then Wendy's vocals come in at this, like, I don't know how she like thinks of these sections that she sings in, but it just sounds like just massive fucking sound to it. I mean, everything about this record is just top class, unbelievably amazing. Then the thing that I really like the most about it, besides like the retro sounding keyboards and the riffs and the pummeling bass and everything, is her vocals are just fucking outstanding. It has so much spirit behind them, and it just gives it so much atmosphere. It's ridiculous. Like, it's one of those bands where like you hear certain sections, or in this case with this album, it's basically every fucking part of the album, but you get chills down your spine. Because everything they've orchestrated throughout this is just, you can tell they really put the effort in. They were really feeling every song, every riff, every note. I can't, rave about this album enough. The second song is called Moons, which is appropriately titled, because that's basically what you would picture at this. Keyboards are just so trance-inducing, and the echo effects of the guitar just leave you like fucking, you might as well be like soaring to other planets. I mean, her vocals, again, utterly phenomenal. They just kind of like, they just send shivers through you. That's all I can really say. Whatever effects they chose to use on this were perfectly executed. That's all I gotta say, because this album has like that retro vibe, but it's still sort of contemporary, and in the sense that the style of music they've perfected throughout their releases onto this one is just completely unique and just otherworldly. It really is just otherworldly. There's no band that can really touch these guys. I mean, the third song is more of a vocal-based one, and it's just so it's so like solitary sounding. Like, it's really desolate kind of, but it's not like depressing, and it's just really it's a very wondrous song, if I could really describe it. Fourth song, From Thunders, great, laid back, chill kind of sounding song, and that was the song that I had heard before they had even released this, and that, another phenomenal track. It's the longest one on the album, but just really puts you in that tranced out mood, and like I said, every song shines in here. There's not a bad part in any song. I think my two favorite songs on this, if I had to choose, are number 5 and number 6. And number 5 has this build up, throughout, and towards like the kind of the beginning of the song, and then at the end with her vocals that just remind me of like some Native American chants or something. And oh my god, just pumps me up every time I hear that song. It's so atmospheric. The keyboards in that song too are like great. They're so retro sounding. It's like something straight out of like the 80s, and great song. And then the last song, oh god. Talk about atmosphere. For me, that song just reminds me purely of like Atlantis and like the Golden Age years, and just completely esoteric subjects like that. And talk about perfect like meditation music, honestly. That song hits home like you have no idea. The chills that sends down my spine are just, you know, haven't felt that way since probably the first time I heard like Burzum's Philosophem or something like that. Because this is, without a doubt, one of my favorite albums I've ever heard in my life. And I can't recommend this enough. If you guys haven't heard of Verma, you should probably turn this video off right now and go search them on Google and download and support them as much as you can, because in my opinion, they are the best band out in the music scene right now. They have so much to offer, so much talent. I think everything they do is just phenomenal. This release is, of course, their crowning achievement, but everything else by them is great in its own way. And I just can't recommend their stuff enough. Total support to them. So, Verma EXU, obviously a 10 trillion out of 10. Can't recommend it enough. Go listen to this. Check it out. And I'll see you later.